So ever since the Duchess of Sussex made a surprise appearance at the Paris Fashion Show week, no one knew she was going, and everyone was really shocked. They were like, wow, it's the Duchess of Sussex. And again, they never told anyone because of security reasons, because she's such a high risk threat now due to all the haters and the trolls. And ever since that day, every time Kate does a public engagement, she doesn't disclose the location. And someone said, isn't that odd since the Paris Fashion Show week? Just because Meghan didn't divulge she was going. Now Kate's being more secretive. It's like she has to copy everything Meghan does. She wants that suspense and she wants to feel like she's important. But she's not important, Kate. She's boring. And that's why she's doing it. She wants to feel superior like Meghan is, because the Duchess of Sussex, you just can't top her, really. She's amazing, she's talented, she's intelligent, and hence why I think Kate's doing this undisclosed location. So one time she was going somewhere in Oxford, and they said, oh no, we can't disclose the location because they said they didn't want anyone to know where she was going. And it's almost like they wanted to get people talking, like, oh, where's Kate going? Trying to get people interested in her again. And someone said, is that so sad? Because can't she just say, yes, she's going here, she's doing this, it's here? I mean, Kate isn't a high threat risk. She's not like Meghan and Harry. Before they left, Harry was the highest risk and the Queen, and it wasn't William and Kate. So I don't know why they're acting all big and tough lately with all their bodyguards, because they were never high risk. And I just think this is why she's being secretive about where every time her next public engagement is, because can't they just say? Why do they have to be so awkward? Because again, it just shows how childish and immature they are. Can't they just say? I mean, why does she always have to copy Meghan? Because she doesn't like the woman, yet she keeps copying her every move. And someone else said that, why can't they just divulge where her next visit will be? And someone said, well, obviously she's being awkward. She wants to have the same attention that Meghan receives. And I think that just shows that she knows she's not as interesting as Meghan, because she wouldn't do it. Someone else said that, just say where you're going. The Princess of Wales is going to Oxford, Manchester. And on Tuesday, she had engagements in North Yorkshire, but they never said what they were. They never said that she was going to be doing 3. And this is another thing I've realised with Kate. When does Kate ever complete 3 engagements in a day? Never. And again, this just proves how threatened they are by Harry and Meghan, because when Harry and Meghan keep quiet, you don't hear anything from Kate. She's silent. She's like, I can't go out, I'm too ill, I don't want to work. But as soon as she knows that Meghan and Harry are doing a lot, she jumps up and she's like, right, I'm going to go and do all this. And someone said, really, 3 engagements? But they said they weren't even that good, because they were all over the place. One minute she was at this trauma unit, and then she went for a hike, and then she went to this rugby club. And someone said, why is it all mix and match? Can't she just do one thing? And someone said she's not capable of doing one thing. And it's almost like they had to throw 3 engagements all together quickly for Kate. It's like they were desperate to try and get her to do something different. But it never made the top stories again on the Daily Mail, so it was an absolute fail. I think within an hour it went up to number 50 in the top stories. So it literally got out the top 10 in like half an hour. And again, it just shows how boring she is, because everyone says, oh, she's so popular, she's so interesting. If she was, she'd be on the top of the stories on the Daily Mail. She wouldn't move, but she does. And she just plummets right down really quickly. And someone said that just shows you, it's all talk about, oh, the Princess of Wales, she's absolutely marvellous, we all adore her. It's rubbish, and it's what the royal family have told the press to print. And everyone's just fallen for it and thought, oh yes, they're right about Kate, but they're not. She's a nobody. And someone said that if you take the title away and the lifestyle. She's just like everyone else, like us. And obviously she wanted that title. But I just think when she does an engagement, just say where you're going, the location, what you're doing. Stop trying to make it suspenseful, Kate, because it's not going to wash. Just because you're not going to disclose the location doesn't mean people are going to talk about it more. But because that's what her agenda is. She wants people to think, well, where's she going? Where's Kate going? She hasn't told anyone. And that's why she's doing it. She wants that suspense, and she wants people to question, well, where is she going? She wants that attention. And that's what Meghan had when she was at the Paris fashion show. But Meghan couldn't disclose it because she knew how high threat she was. And that's why, oh, Meghan, well, she's doing it for it. Not really, she's doing it so she can protect herself. But Kate has all the bodyguards in the world. She's got everyone at her disposal. And it doesn't help when you're briefing the press like Kate does with negative stories about Meghan. And that's why she needs that protection. And it's almost like Kate's like, why does she get that? But in a way, Kate's caused it herself and the royal family. Why has she got all that protection? Why isn't she disclosing her location? Well, perhaps if you hadn't have sold negative stories about her, Kate, she wouldn't be such a high threat risk. But yeah, she just needs to grow up, Kate. I mean, she's 44, and I've never known her in the years before Meghan came along to not disclose the location of her visit. We never had that from 2011 to 2024. I think it started last year, about May time, and someone said, why is she being so awkward? I said, well, that's Kate for you. She is awkward. She has to be in the limelight. She has to want the one to get the attention. But it's just childish. Personally, if that was me, I'd just say, yes, I'm going here, I'm doing this. Why the big secrecy? Why do we have to make it such a big surprise? I mean, when William and Kate went to Scotland the week before, they said, oh yes, they're going to an undisclosed location, but they can't reveal what it is because of security reasons. And someone said, that's such a cheap spin-off Meghan, again at Paris. And someone said, why are they getting like that? Why are they acting like they're so important? Because they're not. But again, they have to try and make themselves like Meghan. And someone said, really? And they went to go and see these statues. I think one was a horse and a dragon or something. And I was like, is that it? All that suspense? And you never told the location, and you just went there. And again, it was to try and promote, where are they going, William and Kate, in Scotland? But it was a disaster, and it never made the stories. But yeah, they just need to grow up and just do their work and actually make a difference, because they're just being awkward all the time. It's almost like a game to William and Kate. What are we going to do next? What are we going to plan? It's not actually genuine. It's like sending a message to Harry and Meghan, but discreetly, like, well, we're going to upset you, we're going to be awkward, we're going to copy you, we're going to do everything you're doing. And again, it just proves what they're like. It's not Harry and Meghan, it's William and Kate, but they've switched it again, the press. But yeah, if you wondered why they hadn't been disclosing her locations, it's because of Meghan. So at least you guys all know now why she's been doing it.